So everybody knows that the Rocks Pirates is a dysfunctional crew. Everybody in this crew hates one another, and the only reason why they join forces is simply for their own separate selfish goals. But if they was supposed to be a functionable crew, what roles which each of the members have in the Rocks Pirates? We'll start with the ones that we most know for sure, with the amount of details that we have, and then we'll just work our way down there. So Rocks, without a doubt, is the captain. There's no debate about it. He's the one who will rally up all these people, whether if it's through Davy back fights or people just randomly just wanted to join because they saw this man's being the key to their own selfish acts. One thing for sure, two things for certain, he is definitely the captain of the crew. Now, as for Golden Lion Shiki, it is more likely he is the helmsman of the crew. It is already said that he was already the helmsman of his own like cruise ship. Even though, granted, this is in Strong World, so not canon, but if he's considered to be helmsman of his own crew, I don't see why they couldn't just give him it in this one. I don't see any problem with that. Now, as much as I don't like this man being in the Rocks Pirate crew, at the end of the day, he is a Rocks Pirate member, and that's Streusen. And obviously for Streusen, he is the cook. That's just the most obvious for anybody who watches Whole Cake Island and know who this guy is. Especially since the fact that his abilities, his devil fruit allows him to do it as easier than most people. Next up, we have Gil Bastard. This guy over here. The one that most people would know if they've read the Wanted manga that Oda has made from like decades ago when he made it when he was 17. Yeah, it's the same character. He is considered to be the marksman or the sniper of the crew due to the fact that, like I said, if you read the manga, the old manga Wanted, then you'll realize that this man is a certified gunslinger. He's one of the more skillful users of marksmanship. And they already listed him as a sniper, so yeah, he's for sure the marksman of the Rocks Pirates. As for Kyo or Silver Axe, there's never really anything that's more specific than him being just the assassin, which is not as common known. Like, you know how the Straw Hat Pirates crew member have it, there's no assassin on their crew, but there are assassins in crews, such as one that people more likely know, Daz Bones from the Brontier Works, the right hand man of Crocodile. He's an assassin, so that's his role. As for Kaido, he is the apprentice. Yes, that's just it. So he doesn't have any other role because he was the youngest and the most unexperienced member, kind of like with Buggy and Shanks. Okay, so now that we got those out of the way, now we're left with like the ones that we don't necessarily have information. So really it just comes down to perspective and how much information that I have to use to put them in certain spots. Starting off with the main man himself, Whitebeard. I personally believe Whitebeard, judging by his character and judging by who he is, I would not be surprised he is the first mate and the right-hand man of Rocks. Like the type of energy he gives off, it just seems like it makes the most sense. Like he's the first person Rocks would have met. I could be wrong, more likely not, but I'll give him that spot. Now, as for Big Mom, stay with me here, but the only position I could have given her is being the musician. Now, before you scroll away, just hear me out. She was killing it with them vocals in like the very few introductions of Whole Cake Island. And for some odd specific reasons, her Conqueror's Haki is imbued with her voice. Not a lot of people, if not no other people, have that feature than just her. So is it weird for me to say she has a spot to become the musician of the crew? Is she like that? Highly more likely no, but that is as best as my information I can gather to put her in whatever spot, the musician spot. Then when it comes to navigator, shipwrights, that's really whoever. The only few people we have is Wang Ji, Barbell, and Captain John, and the other dude, the Ganzui. So if I had to pick the random, it can be Ganzui can be the shipwright. I'm just going with it. And then I'm assuming due to the fact that he's a fisherman and the water, like he's able to move through the water, so he's able to like locate So I'm pulling out my ass right now, but I think he can be the navigator. It could be either Barbell, or well, it could be John. Captain John has a treasure that only he himself knows, and in order for people to find it, you would have to have a great navigator to locate it. So it could be John. It could be John being the navigator, and Wang Ji can be like a business person, some shit. And then who else? Barbell can just be like a fisherman, just in case, any devil fruit users that got dropped into the sea, he can help them. So yeah, that's all I have. Comment below and let me know what y'all think.